الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على أشرف الأنبياء والمرسلين سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه وسلم. أما بعد، فإن أحسن الحديث كتاب الله، وخير الهدي هدي سيدنا محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم، وإن شر الأمور محدثاتها، وكل محدثة بدعة، وكل بدعة ضلالة، وكل ضلالة بالنار. أما بعد، جزاكم الله خير. My dear respected brothers and sisters, I ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to bless all of you, and ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to guide all of us toward His path. So, بإذن ta'ala, we're going to be continuing our series with the explanation of the 40 hadith of Imam Nawawi. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala be pleased with him. And today we have, mashallah, we almost have. We are now at hadith number 16. Okay. And today's hadith is rather short, but it have a little bit of explanation that we must do. Again, it's a short hadith. I'm going to say it in English, in Arabic, and then after that I'm going to explain it in English with Allah ta'ala. عن أبي هريرة رضي الله عنه أن رجلا قال للنبي أوصني قال لا تغضب. رواه البخاري. It was narrated by Abu Hurairah radiallahu anhu. The man came to Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wasallam and he asked him, "O Prophet of Allah, give me a command. Give me a command." Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wasallam told him, "Don't be angry. Don't be angry." And brothers and sisters, this is even though this hadith is short, but it has a lot of impact in our life. And that's, brothers and sisters, part of a normal human being, part of normal human being, that our mood tend to fluctuate. والذي أضحك وأبكى. We sometimes we fluctuate in our mood. Sometimes we are sad, sometimes we're happy, sometimes we're angry, sometimes we're anxious. It's part of human being. But Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, when this man asked him, "Give me a command, advise me," he told him, "Don't be upset." Why not be upset? Is it just the fact that does the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, "Don't be upset at all"? Like we should be what we call flat effect, meaning that a person does not get upset at all. No, that's what the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam meant. He meant that don't act upon your anger. أي لا تنفذ الغضب. Don't act upon your anger. Why is that, brothers and sisters? So there is a difference between being angry and not acting on that anger. It's normal for someone to be angry. It's normal. And actually, there is something wrong if someone does not become angry, because certain things an individual should be angry about. But the question here, what Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam advised this man, don't act upon your anger. Is there certain things that a person should be angry about? Yes. When for instance, things that affect our religion, things that would affect our honor, things would affect, when someone try to slander our faith, or try to say something about things that we cherish, then of course you have the right to be angry. But the question is how you're going to act about this anger. But the thing is, but also in the same token, don't be for instance, also in the same token, that it's not encouraged for someone to have, like, for instance, be a flat effect, meaning that you don't act like you no matter what happened, nothing gets you angry, and that's, psychologically speaking, something wrong with that individual. Something wrong with that individual. Like, for instance, if someone, for instance, harmed your wife or harmed your daughter, and you're like just standing there, not moving or not doing anything, all people would say there is something wrong with this guy, right? Someone tried to attack attack you, or attack your wife, or attack your daughter, and then you're standing still there, not being upset or not defending your honor. There is something wrong with you. And the same, so there are certain things, and probably, and Khadija radiallahu, Aisha radiallahu anhu, when she used to describe Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, she said that Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam used to get angry over when يعني محارم الله تنتهك, يعني when he see that people are committing sins, he used to Prophet ﷺ used to be angry, you know. And so anything related to the deen, Prophet ﷺ used to be angry when people used to يعني not follow, you know, for their own benefit, you know. But when it comes to this dunya, you know, Prophet ﷺ used to not be angry about issues of this dunya. And nowadays it's the opposite. People nowadays, when it comes to why people become angry over the dunya, you know. And not only they're angry, they act upon this anger. They act upon this anger, you know. Yeah, so that's يعني, that's the unfortunately the situation how many people nowadays are acting. Brothers and sisters, some people think, well, you know, I'm tough. I'm a strong guy. You know, I'm, you know, I have to get angry and I have to act on this anger. Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he had a different criteria. Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, "ليس الشديد بالسرعة, إنما الشديد الذي يملك نفسه حين الغضب." He said, a person of strength is not the one who is what, who gets angry very easily. No, the one who's really strong is the one who controls himself when he's angry, because that's strength. That is strength. And sometimes we see this, brothers and sisters. Like, you see someone, you know, he become wild. Literally, when he becomes angry, he becomes irrational. He can control his behavior. He would jump and he would scream, and he becomes absolutely uncontrollable. And that's not a sign of being tough. No, in the contrary, if someone who is able to hold himself and hold his tongue and hold his emotions, that's the person that you would have to, you know, take your hat off for him as a form of respect. Why? Because that's the person who's really strong. That's the one who's really strong, the one who's able to control his emotions, you know. So the issue, brother and sisters, is that how are you going to control your emotions once you become angry? And that's what Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam is recommending, that don't be upset. Control your emotions. You know, control your anger. And that's a sign of a person who's definitely strong. And the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, brothers and sisters, showed us how to control our anger. Of course he did. Like, for instance, Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he said, إذا غضب أحدكم وهو قائم فليجلس. If a person became angry while he was standing, let him sit down. You know. So that's one method of him calming down, is that he should just. So when you find yourself angry, change position. If you're standing, sit, and if you're sitting, come down to the earth, you know, or lay flat. You know, another hadith, Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam says, "إن الغضب جمرة في القلب ابن آدم." يعني that the anger is like a coal of fire inside of the heart of son of Adam. He said, فإذا أحش بشيء من ذلك فليلتصق للأرض. يعني he's like, if someone was faced with such thing, let him come down to earth. It would cool him down. It would cool him down. And if you are angry, make wudu, because anger comes from the shaitan, and the shaitan he's created out of fire. And when you make wudu, it would calm that fire. It would calm that fire. So, brothers and sisters, this is another method Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam said. You know, he said, علموا ويسروا ولا تعسروا وبشروا ولا تنفروا وإذا غضب أحدكم فليسكت. And if someone become angry, let him be quiet. Let him be quiet. So, brothers and sisters, if someone becomes angry, what you should do? Be quiet. Change position. Change position. Or move away. Move away from the scene. If you're standing, sit down. If it's still angry, go make wudu. You see? All of these things would calm the individual down. Because what's the consequences if someone does not control his emotions? This is when trouble comes in. This is when trouble comes in. Brothers and sisters, how many people have done foolish things because of their anger. I mean, do you think the criminals who have killed someone, they do this for fun? No, a lot, most of the people who are in jails nowadays because of the fact that they have killed someone or they harmed someone or they attacked someone is not because this is who they really are, but they were at the point where they were angry, but they were not able to control their anger, and that was the consequences. How many times, how many times, families have split apart because someone became angry too much and was not able to control his tongue or his hand or his behavior. Maybe someone would say a word and he would, harm someone with it. Why? He was not able to control his tongue. How many fights that have happened between families and between cousins and between people from the outside because of what? Erratic behavior or uncontrolled behavior because someone is angry. How many times nowadays you'll see, for instance, road rage? People nowadays call it road rage when someone is driving. Okay, someone is driving, and because he does not like the person who's in front of him, or because he's slow, or because he cut him off, he becomes become angry and he do the craziest thing. And how many people have died because of this, because of road rage? Maybe the other he cursed the other person, and maybe the other person had a gun, he just shot him. And what? He died because of what? He became angry. So, brothers and sisters, this is when we say an advice, a very valuable advice from Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and he says, "Don't be angry." It means a lot. Don't be angry because there is a lot of negative consequences that you could prevent you from happening to you if you don't follow that advice. And there is a lot of benefits that you will be able to gain if you're able to control that. So, brother and sister, this is something is extremely important. So, what some other things that we learn from the hadith? Number one, the Sahaba were anxious to get more advice of the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. That's why you see this man approaching Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam with advice. Oh, Prophet of Allah, advise me. Yeah, like if someone who wants something, he wants to benefit from the presence of Sayyidina Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Oh, Prophet of Allah, advise me. So, and he taught him that don't be angry, don't be angry. And that's and that's very important. The second thing we learned that how how to deal with anger. We thought that Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam taught us that how if someone is angry is that what does it mean? Don't be angry. Don't act upon this anger. Don't act upon this anger. And if you became angry, how to dissolve this anger. And understand the consequences of you being angry, of what could happen as a result of that. And that's something, brothers and sisters, is very, very important for someone to understand. Because again, when someone is angry, he becomes he becomes in the hands of the shaitan. Shaitan can manipulate him as he wishes. Because now, when someone is angry, he does not use his brain. And he will become just like a toy between the hands of the shaitan, and he would manipulate him as much as you want. Go do this, don't do this, jump this, kill this, say this, curse this, that sort of thing. And that's why you see a lot of bad things happen as soon as someone will become angry. And that's the lesson of the day, my dearest brothers and sisters. I ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to benefit all of you, and jazakumullah khair, and I ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to guide all of us. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.